What better way to spend a Friday night than an Eastern Conference showdown? Sound like a rain-free night. They up to 3 points against last year's champions, Red Bull New York 2. From MSU Soccer Park, I'm Philip Galati. Thanks so much for joining us on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. For the hosts, it's been a long few weeks from home, but last time they were here, they put 5 past Philadelphia to win in emphatic fashion. However, for the visitors, they come in just 2 points shy of the inaugural MLS Next Pro champions Columbus Crew 2, meaning a win tonight could see the club from the Queen City take the crown in the East. As for Red Bull New York 2, a couple of games on the road that didn't go their way. It could have been a win, a tie, but unfortunately for them, they need a couple more points to close that gap in the Eastern Conference. Head coach Dominic Vollert lamented at those results earlier this week. That is the nature of this sport. One half bounce, one half chance, and suddenly 3 points evaporate in the blink of an eye. A chance to right the ship tonight as we take a look at the starting lineups for both sides. For New York, a lot of rotation. Tobias Shizovchek is back in goal. Aimar Medella will slide out to left back instead of the right side. Keep an eye on him to make those darting runs in behind. Devin Cadigan anchors the midfield, but with scoring options either side in Nguyen Benedetti and Benny Rodriguez. And then up top, Dennis Nelic had a hat trick last time out at MSU Soccer Park. He scored last week as well, bringing him up to 6 on the year. Dennis Yengor on the right, and then through the middle is Roel Mitchell with 16 goals in 23 career appearances in MLS Next Pro. As for Crown Legacy FC, a couple of changes in their lineup as well. Jaheim Wickham will make his second start of the year, the 2022 national champion with Syracuse University. William Sangokiza wears the armband tonight, making his 30th career appearance for the badge. Adrian Mendoza in midfield makes his 10th start of the campaign. And then up top, Michael Ayovi got his first goal of the year last time out. He's rewarded with another chance in the starting 11. Magic Smalls on the left side gets his second start of the year. The youngster looking to create some havoc down the wing. And Nathan Richmond with 3 strikes in his last 5 appearances, including last time out against Chicago. Plenty of scoring options for the visitors up top and on the bench as well, with names like Hugo Mbong. So New York on the left side of your screen, in the white with red trim. Crown Legacy in the black and white with blue numbers. Edson Carvajal is the center referee tonight. A beautiful evening here in the Northeast. The whistle sounds, the ball is rolling once again. The champions looking to close the gap. Crown Legacy looking to take top spot. And it's an immediate direct start. Yengor cutting it back. Crown Legacy were ready as they concede the throw in by the corner flag. Oh, for those unacquainted with the Red Bull style of play, it is fast and it is furious. Direct attacking play, utilizing the speed of their wingers, the ability of their fullbacks to create runs in behind, ball bouncing around, eventually scrambled away. Head coach Dominic Vollert, we had a chance to talk to him earlier this week, highlighted how important it is for these players to win their duels and to try and get a result tonight. Dangerous cross headed away at the near post. Recycled with Juan Mina, making his 4th start of the season. And Coach Vollert said he has about 45 players ready for this caliber of soccer, from the second team down to the academy level. Difficult to balance that week in, week out, and sometimes it's just a mental lapse that sees 3 points turn into 1 or even fewer. Last time out, a 2-1 loss for New York against CT United, and it was just a case of switching off on the second goal, he said. That saw Red Bull New York 2 drop points on the road. but they are more than comfortable playing at MSU Soccer Park. The last 2 times they played here, 5-0 victories against Philadelphia and Toronto. Dominant performances on home soil. Crown Legacy more than capable of scoring as well. Just a few weeks ago, they put 5 past Miami on the road. The first time these two sides have met this season, but likely a date in the calendar that many a fan has circled since the beginning of the year. Smalls trying to get to the byline, has the speed. Not quite the real estate. Magic Smalls, the Londoner, making just his second start of the season. Has 1 goal on the year in just 2 minutes off the bench against Atlanta United 2 back in March. Younger brother of Charlotte FC forward Tiger Smalls. Had 8 appearances last year. Tonight is his 9th. Good movement from the visitors, and there was questions to be asked for the ball in behind. Important tackle and quick one-touch passing releases Yengor down the near sideline, and he can't get there. Mendoza dispossessed, and there was an errant stud in there. Crown Legacy coming off a barn burner of a result of their own. 3-2 win last time out against Chicago Fire 2. Goals from Wyatt Holt, Michael Ayovi, and Nathan Richmond propelling them to 3 points. The latter 2 players both starting tonight. There's been a lot of movement in that Eastern Conference mentioned earlier. 3 points tonight sees Crown Legacy go top. New England have made up some ground as well with a 3-0 win yesterday against New York City FC 2. And of course, a full slate of matches tomorrow as well. All available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Excellent turn on the far side. And the player goes down, and it's met with the whistle. A free kick in a promising spot for Crown Legacy. Defending set pieces has been a point of contention for New York this year. And plenty of numbers at the back post for the visitors. Baye Coulibaly is directing traffic at the top of the key. Try and put this one somewhere in the 6-yard box and force the goalkeeper to make a decision. It's fizzled in low, and it's off the wall. Second ball clipped in. And then hammered away. Offside flag will go up, and New York hold their own. Shizovchik wants to go quick and right over the top, and the flag does go up. It's an excellent ball from the goalkeeper. Looked like Benedetti, who was just a bit too eager. making those long passes from the back has been a point of emphasis for Tobias Shizovchek this season. Morristown, New Jersey native. Started 3 of the last 4 matches after not appearing since early May. And Coach Dominic Vollert told us if you want to be the top team, you have to be good in every phase, and that starts with him. Goalkeeper is an important part of the way this badge and this club plays. He's had an excellent impact of breaking the first line. And Coach Vollert is right, the stats back him up. Red Bull's one of the best teams in the league in terms of being able to break through. And some tempers flaring at midfield. Referee trying to calm things down. Dennis Yengor and Micah Thomas exchanging some words, and now both being spoken to by the referee. And a good gesture of sportsmanship. Referee saying we've only played 8 minutes. That's an excellent ball over the top. First shot blocked, still alive. And it was a golden chance for Crown Legacy. And a thumbs up as well for the service for Adrian Mendoza. Closing in on 1,300 minutes for the club in his career. And because New York like to be so attacking and get those fullbacks forward, there is the space in behind for the Route 1 pass. A team that can be susceptible on the counter. Crown Legacy will know this well. Very strong team in transition, especially with how many different goal scorers they have, and it came off Magic Small's last. Yengar now with Thomas. Battling, comes off of Mina. Thomas there to recover. Baye Coulibaly emerging to be the real conductor of this midfield. Excellent first touch by Smalls. 19-year-old Mali international. Signed for the club back in September of last year. Previously playing in Croatia before that. Wickham. One start, 1 clean sheet for Jaheim Wickham this season. MLS Super Draft selection. Played for a few years at Syracuse and then spent his senior season with USF down in the Sunshine State. Co-conference goalkeeper of the year. There has been a bit of a history with Crown Legacy and excellent goalkeeping, especially with players like Isaac Walker, former Goalie Wars champion. Which is something to look forward to next week. Goalie Wars coming back for MLS All-Star Weekend. Will Mackey from Huntsville and Pedro Cruz from Houston will represent MLS Next Pro as the flag goes up against Michael Iovi. You can hear the wind whipping around as well. Crown Legacy doing well to keep the ball on the floor. Control the controllables. And a real patience as well from New York, not pressing high. Just sitting in their shape a bit. The midfield very fluid. Benedetti has checked into the near side. Thomas just about keeping it in play. Slide rule ball for Smalls. Shouldered off of it from behind. Free kick. This is really smart from Magic Smalls. Sees the pressure coming, doesn't have an option, so turns his shoulder at the last second. So rather than it being a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, it's a shoulder into his back, which is a foul. And just that little movement right before he gets to the ball turns what would have been a New York throw into a Crown Legacy free kick. It's the minutiae, the details of this game that really separate the teams at the top. Being able to master the little things creates a great opportunity for the visitors. Just shy of a quarter of an hour played. Only a couple numbers in the box, though, for Crown Legacy. Played along the floor. It's a clever idea, but too much traffic. Set piece is becoming such a point of emphasis in the modern game. More often than not, you're seeing teams draw up plays on the whiteboard, on the training ground, trying to cook something up. Idea was there, execution stifled. Another direct ball over the top. Flag stays down this time. Mendoza turning. The shot comes in and it's dragged wide. Crown Legacy starting to unlock that New York back line. Again, it's a direct ball from the top. Mendoza as well to leave it behind. Good communication from Nathan Richmond, who's got the hot foot. 3 goals in his last 5. Himself a College Cup champion with Clemson. Couple of ACC soccer names on this pitch. Rob Mitchell spent some time with Wake Forest. This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Koulibaly shrugged off of it. Advantage played. Numbers forward for New York. And an errant pass is cleared away. An encouragement on the near side from Coach Vollert. Keeping possession, which New York haven't had a lot of in the early stages. And now a chance to open it up in the center of the park. Overlapping run. Out of his goal quickly is Wickham. He'll keep it in play. That's the best move we've seen from Red Bull thus far. Heavy first touch. New York starting to find a rhythm. Yengar finding some space. Rodriguez goes down. Everyone looking at the referee, and he says goal kick. Just a little bump there, enough to put Benny Rodriguez off his stride. It was Baye Coulibaly defending. He leads Crown Legacy in both yellow and red cards this season. That'll be a battle to watch as the evening goes on. Mendoza. Coulibaly. Little back heel works out. And there were numbers on there. Mishit ball. And another the other way. Sliding challenge is late there. This will be a card. And now some tempers flaring after the fact as well. Not even 20 minutes gone and everybody over in front of the referee. Well, there's the tackle. It's certainly a yellow card. It's late, it's from behind, and then some pushing and shoving as well. Kicking off a scuffle. The referee just stepping back and keeping his eyes on everything.
And the referee is assessing yellow card for Red Bull New York 2, number 92, Dennis Nelich, of the 19.
Dennis Nelich will pick up the booking for the tackle. Scored last time out for New York. His first in a couple matches after getting a hat trick here to close out June against Philadelphia. Catapulted him to the top of the leaderboard as far as scoring goes for Red Bull New York 2 with 6 on the campaign. 3 players with 4 goals, 5 players with 3 goals. And that tackle didn't really need to come in, especially because it was so late. It was from behind. There hasn't been that emphasis on the high press thus far. And Nelich with the head of steam will now have to find a little bit of a cooler temperature for the rest of this match. Headed on, and no trouble for Shizovchek.
And the referee has issued a yellow card to Crown Legacy at number 43, William Giants in 2010.
There's a second yellow card as well shown amongst that. Confirmation it goes to the captain, William Sangokiza, on his 30th MLS Next Pro appearance. Making his first appearance since back in March against Atlanta on the 22nd. Wickham with a poor pass. Still gets the thumbs up for the idea from Kevin Sawchek. His first season in charge after joining the club in 2023. Served as an interim in 2024, taking Crown Legacy all the way to the Eastern Conference semifinals, where they fell to Philadelphia in a PK shootout. Last year, they finished 13th in the Eastern Conference with 32 points. They've already got 37 this year. Looking to go back to the playoffs for the second time in their history. Yenger first to the second ball, dispossessed well by Johnson. Look at the space afforded to Mendoza now, just finding those pockets. Adrian Mendoza. in between the midfield and the back line. Completes the give and go. Thomas for Koulibaly to switch the point of attack. Challenge came in, falls right back to Richmond. Queen City have numbers here. If they can work in a good ball. Instead poked away. Mitchell uses his body. And this is where New York can excel. A little bit behind Yengor. Going to take it in stride and play it early. We've seen that pass so many times this year. But Mina didn't complete the run. Smalls. Over hit. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Starting to become a little bit back and forth now in terms of the flow of the game. Simple foul coming out on Mita. Here's Modelo now. Rather, Sanchez carrying it forward. Modelo to his left was already making the run, and the two Panamanians for New York so often are stretching things from the back. Well read. Koulibaly plays it safe. Opens up for Thomas now to carry. Close down quickly. Cadigan with the head of steam. Clever little feint. Now Benedetti. Needed one more pass. And Nelic, the intended recipient, would have had a great look at goal. Feels for another foul, and it will be called. Looks like Aimar Modelo now getting the warning. Made his pro debut back in 2022, just 17 years old. For Club Atlético Independiente de la Chorra. In his native Panama, the youngest defender to play at senior level for his club. Called up to the U20 national team for the CONCACAF Championships. Mendoza. Switches on. Richmond keeping it dancing on the paint. And clever turn at the far side to open up maybe a chance at a counter. And New York now forced to slow things down. Shizovchek under duress. Got it away quickly. Behind Mina. Yengor is there. It'll be his throw. Dennis Yengor with 4 assists in his last 6 games, the Norwegian. Hasn't scored since back in May.
You can see the spacing from the back line, and Devin Cadigan as the 6 from Tobias Shizovchek, and how much green grass they put between themselves and the goalkeeper allows numbers to get forward quickly. They really have to hit those passes with speed and accuracy. Mina, decent ball in. Awkward one to clear. Pressure still on for the hosts. Devin Cadigan doing a nice job being that focal point of midfield. Nate Worth, more often than not, occupying that position, was on the bench earlier this week in Major League Soccer. Benedetti. Crown Legacy have found their shape now, staying very compact centrally, giving players like Younger the space to operate. Coach Vollard saying to keep the width. They don't want to shrink the field. Crown Legacy trying to pull them in. Red Bull not going to budge. Lodogno. Look how far the visitors have stepped up now, pushing the hosts all the way back. Really good, patient, defensive play. A well-regulated machine. Another foul called at midfield, and the tempers have calmed a little bit. Credit to the referee, Edson Carvajal. That is the most difficult job for an official at this level, is the game management. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Clipped over top. And Richmond wise to the first touch, able to win the knockdown, and just ran out of room to run. Nathan Richmond down on the far side. Referee going to have a chit chat. There's that game management coming into play once again. Players hungry to make their mark in this league. Take the next step in the path to pro. A proven path for both of these clubs. With how many youngsters they've moved up from the academy to the second team, the first and beyond. Tempers can flare. Adrenaline can spike. Already seen a yellow card either side of midfield. Richmond, excellent hustle. And a good step as well to meet it in kind. Younger making the space, instead played direct. One-on-one opportunity, great save from Wickham. Player goes down after the fact, and the referee waves it off. And New York furious now as a call goes the other way. They wanted one in the box. We'll take another look at it. Raw Mitchell made the run. Stays just about onside. Takes a good touch out of his feet. Great save by Wickham. And then a defender had already gone to ground. Mitchell tried to step over him and got his legs tangled. It doesn't look like there was a conscious effort there by the defender to make a sliding tackle, more of a block, and then was sat down in an awkward position. Rowan Mitchell couldn't hurdle him. You can understand why they want the call, but I think the referee's got it right there. Swept in, Shizovchek came out, didn't get there, and headed off the line. Richmond's follow-up dragged wide. And the game has sprung to life now with an opportunity at either end inside a minute. Shizovchek has to claim that. It's in his own 6-yard box, but then a brave header off the line does just enough. Richmond on the left foot, couldn't get clean contact. Johnson. Thomas. Richmond again, pulling it back. Plenty of numbers there. First cross deflected. Still pinballing around. It falls to Smalls, and the whistle sounds before he can get a shot off. When Crown Legacy lose the ball in the final third, they're getting bodies there for the second opportunity. Fighting for those knockdowns and those 50-50 chances, and oftentimes winning it right back. Richmond was there after the header off the line. Smalls there as well, if not for the whistle that time around. They're sticking with it, Crown Legacy. Not giving up at the first roadblock. Mina invites the contact and gets the encouragement from Coach Voller. Oh, excellent interception. Richmond, unselfish ball. Spinning first touch, a pirouette with promise, and the offside flag goes up anyways. Philip Galati with you from MSU Soccer Park. About 10 minutes to go in the first half, in the first meeting this season between Red Bull New York 2 and Crown Legacy FC. Thanks for joining us on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Scoreless for now, not for lack of trying from either side. Benedetti shapes that one nicely. Plenty of time to take it down. Numbers showing short. Elich instead drives inside and will now clip it through. Wickham comes out. There's contact there. And the referee waves it off again. Crown Legacy tried to get cute with it. Younger now. Mina. Nutmeg pass. Comes back to Mina at the byline, squares it and off the line. Nearly the breakthrough. Here come the visitors the other way. And they'll get the call. Coach Voller can't believe it. Here was the chance for Mina after the contact from Wickham. The referee had a good look at it. He did appear to be second to that ball, but was there enough contact to bring down the attacker? The official says no. Not the first penalty shout New York have had tonight. Rowan Mitchell with the lone shot on target. Wickham made a great save one-on-one to his credit. Jaheim Wickham, not the only Syracuse goalkeeper tonight, as his college teammate Tomas Hutt was drafted by New York and has made an appearance this year for Red Bull New York too. Both fought for the starting spot when Syracuse lifted its first and only national championship back in 2022. That starting spot was more often than not occupied by former Crown Legacy player Russell Shealy. And in many ways, college soccer does parallel the way Red Bull play, especially because in the college game, there are unlimited substitutions. And so some teams like Syracuse will play all-out offense, especially putting their forwards in for 10, 15 minutes at a time, running as hard as they can, and then a line change when they get tired. So for goalkeepers, it's usually a busy day at the office under the lights. When it comes to the professional game in terms of slowing things down and managing the pace of play, it is an adjustment. Head coach Dominic Vollert told us it's an adjustment that his players make quickly in terms of how his side has bought into the philosophy of how they want to play, recognizing that there are ebbs and flows to the game and that everybody has to do the work on the defensive side of the ball. That was the point of emphasis for them last week against CT United. A 2-1 goal, and he highlighted that second goal, the winning goal in particular, because of players not tracking back. Different story tonight, keeping it scoreless. And Crown Legacy, despite seeing the ball in the final third, haven't been able to muster many chances. Final few minutes of the opening 45 now. Corner kick swung into the near post and headed high. Took a deflection, though, for another corner. Second of the night for Crown Legacy. New York have only had one. Clipped into the middle, another contested header, and another corner kick. Thrice as nice for the visitors. It'll be Richmond over to take it. 8 assists on the campaign. Leads his team in that category. Numbers queued up at the back post. Shizovchik, defiant punch this time. Still bouncing around, and the half volley is skied. Look how quickly New York wanted to go forward. Richmond does just enough to stand in front of the goalie, which can be awarded with a yellow card. He's got to be careful. Brave from Longo to win the 50-50. Industrious bit of play to keep it alive. Challenge came in late. It'll be another free kick. Is it worthy of a yellow card? A couple of folks on the Crown Legacy area are asking for one. And it is a final warning for Aimar Modelo. So his next challenge, we'll see him cautioned. Again, textbook refereeing. A public display of admonishment lets everybody in the stands know. And Modelo has to be more careful. He'll restart play with a throw. Appeals for handball. Nothing answered. Benedetti dispossessed. Thomas. Tripped up by Yengor. Koulibaly. Another big switch from him. How accurate have those passes been from Baye Koulibaly? Just a quick touch out of his feet, and a second one 50, 60 yards diagonally. There's a few numbers here forward for Crown Legacy. They found the half spaces in between the back line. Excellent solo run, still bouncing around, and a whistle goes the other way. Couple players down in a heap. It'll be just 2 minutes added on to this first half. It was Richmond again asking all the right questions. Tried to split the two defenders, and then the help comes in from, it looks like, Cadigan. And just a late trip from Richmond, fighting for that ball.
As the fourth official on the side has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first half.
Decent link-up play, but falters at the last line. That touch was an important one. Crown Legacy can spring the other way. Excellent ball through. Maybe a little bit overhit, but plenty of pace to get there. Back for Smalls. Eyes up the cross. Important touch to send it away. Only as far as Thomas, with Koulibaly in support. Visitors trying to find the go-ahead goal before the break. Smalls is down and then lands on top of the ball, thinking he'll get the call, but there was no foul there, and it's dangerous play. Indirect free kick for New York. So often you see players, as soon as they go down, fall on top of the ball or wrap it up in their arms. That's only if they get the call. Otherwise, it's indirect the other way. And the referee now calls halftime. Scoreless at the interval between New York and Crown Legacy. Coming up in our halftime show, we get you set for MLS All-Star Week, including the return of Goalie Wars, plus our halftime highlights when we return.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. MLS Next Pro alum and New York Red Bull Academy product Jeremy Hall has been named to the MLS All-Star team next week in Charlotte. Let's look back at our visit with this rising star.
Julian Hall! Remember the name! It's that man again, Julian Hall! Let's go, it goes in!
Mehmeti, has he broken through here?
Mehmeti across, Hall! Swinging ball towards the back post, it goes! Opening goal for Red Bull New York, Julian Zakshevsky Hall!
Born in Manhattan, New York, Julian Hall found the game the same way a lot of kids in this city do.
I first kind of started playing soccer when I was around 4 years old. I would play a lot wherever I could, if it was a field near my apartment or wherever I could, basically. And I just remember, falling in love with the game and wanting to play as much as I can. There's a main place I would play. It's pretty popular in Manhattan. It's called Pier 40, and a lot of people go there. That's where I played with Manhattan Kickers. It's kind of where I really started to realize I really wanted to play soccer seriously and maybe make it professionally.
That love for the game turned into an opportunity, a move into one of the top academies in the country.
Julian came into our system at U14. I think he played about 3 or 4 games with the U14s. I was a U15 coach at the time, so I was observing those games, and you could see straight away he was a special talent. So he quickly got moved up an age group to play with the U15s that season. Made an instant impact with the older age groups.
The level changed quickly, and so did the expectations.
I was very excited to come in and show my ability, and I was playing with my age and I was playing a year up, and the intensity was a different level, I would say, from what I've ever played at that point in my life. So yeah, no, it's an amazing experience.
Chimueno scored off the bench against Seattle, and Julian Hall with the breakthrough! The Golden Boot leader rises to the occasion, and we've got an electric finish here in the U15 final.
He's one of those players that can get you up off your feet. Like, he's direct, he can take players on, he can score goals from inside the box, outside the box in really different ways, and You know, it would always amaze you how he would find goals in the game.
The next step brought a new set of challenges.
That was the biggest jump for me, going from academy to professional football. The intensity, the physicality, the football, it was all quicker than anything I had experienced before. And, you know, I just thought I did a good job of staying level-headed and not being discouraged about little things.
Working to the midfield, now Gonzalez entering the box, across and a goal! Julian Hall puts the Red Bulls 2 on the board.
I was lucky to be coached by Ibrahim Sakaya, and Bradley Wright Phillips was there a lot of the time as well. They did a good job of helping me progress and helping me not get discouraged and keep going every single day and working hard. The coaching staff really mended me very well.
Like he's always striving to try and get better at something within within games and training. And then why he adapts well, he's a natural goal scorer.
For Julian, it was about staying level and keeping the work the same.
When you go to a professional environment, if you're doing the most amount of work and you're clearly working harder than everyone else, it stands out to a lot of people, and that can be something that separates you from everyone else. If you're a hard worker, that could get you to a lot of places, and I think that's just something that established me when I first came into the first team.
That work and mentality has paid off with the fast start this season.
We're really happy with the way that he's moving himself forward. He has taken the ideas and has really shown that he is picking things up. Obviously, there's the attacking part, his ability to find chances, his ability to take balls on the move, to dribble, to go by guys, run in the box. The part that goes with it is how much work he does for us against the wall, how much pressing, how much sprinting, how much chasing, how much work he does to really make the game difficult on the other team. And so we're really, really happy with the progress that he's made. We're going to continue to push him.
As he continues to grow, so does the chemistry with his teammates around him.
I've known Julian for a very long time now. I see the way he works in training. I'm getting to know him more and more, obviously, as we play together on and off the field. And then when I step onto the field, I know where he's going to be on the field, what his positioning is like, where he wants the ball, left foot, right foot. And we're kind of growing that connection, which has been going in a really good way, and hopefully, to grow that connection even more.
Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall! 2-0!
I think it's just the trust with the coaching staff. Coach Michael, he's done a great job with us during preseason and putting trust in me to start the first couple games. It's a lot of credit to him for putting his belief in me. Obviously, I have to go out there and perform to the best of my ability, and thankfully, I've got a couple goals so far. The goal is to keep progressing throughout the season.
Talent and work ethic have helped Julian's dreams come true faster than even he could have predicted.
I've always dreamt of becoming a professional soccer player, but I never really expected it to happen so fast, to be honest. Earlier that year, I was still just playing academy, and I was progressing well, but I never thought it would lead to signing a contract later that year. So it's kind of a lesson there just to be ready for anything, and anything can happen very, very quickly. You really just have to put your all into whatever you're doing, and things can happen. I think a big thing is just self-belief, because when I was playing in MLS Next, I was signing a contract later that season. I had no idea. I did not have a plan on signing that year. That was not in my plan at all. I think things like that can come from just you doing as much as you can, and things will just happen by itself, as long as you're working hard and giving 100% every single day, good things will happen. And thankfully things came to me that year, and you got to be grateful, and you got to use it as much as you can to your abilities.
Ortiz is onto a cutting, denied by Cruz. And an amazing save by Pedro Cruz. And Pedro Cruz with a third save.
A lot of pressure on the ball. Ending hit, what a save!
Saved by Cruz. Pierce cross in front, reflex save by by Cruz.
Decent ball in. Great save again. My goodness. Worldly stop from Pedro Cruz.
Parker John for the equalizer. Stop. And saved by Mackey. McGrath stopped by Will Mackey.
Now sends one in. Oh, Mackey! How did he do it?
Sliding it across. Will Mackey standing on his head.
And he stopped.
It's another great save from Mackey.
Will Mackey says no.
Huntsville's Will Mackey and Houston's Pedro Cruz will be there. Will you? Goalie Wars, presented by Old Spice, returns as part of the All-Star Skills Challenge, presented by AT&T on July 28th. And we must mention that multiple MLS Next Pro alums will be on hand to take the field in the 2026 MLS All-Star Game, presented by Chime on July 29th from Charlotte. Matt Freese, Julian Hall, Max Arston and company, all set to feature. Scoreless through 45 minutes here at MSU Soccer Park. We'll take a look at what is on deck in MLS Next Pro. Pushing toward the playoff picture. A full slate of matches this weekend, starting tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Eastern with Miami and Toronto, wrapping up late in the evening with Ventura County and Quakes 2. On Sunday, things get started early with Atlanta and New York City, FC2, Real Monarchs, and Timbers 2 also in action. All of these matches available for free at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. As for this match, the halftime highlights coming your way, and it's scoreless for now. Both goalkeepers called into action a couple of times. We've seen a lot of the play, though, in the heart of midfield. Crown Legacy have gone direct more often than not. That's where they've seen some success. The shot dragged wide from Nathan Richmond from 20 yards away. He had a big part to play for the visitors in the first 45 minutes. This was the best chance for New York the other way. Rob Mitchell, one-on-one. Great save by Jaheim Wickham. Tripped up on the rebound. Referee said no penalty. Not the only penalty shout that was waved off for the host. The header cleared off the line, and the follow-up from Richmond not on frame. And that'll do it for the first half. We'll come back for the second half in just a little bit.
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro.
Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Just about time to get the second half underway. If you're just joining us, New York on the right side of your screen in the white and red, Crown Legacy in the black and white with blue trim on the left. Phil Galati with you from MSU Soccer Park for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Two teams that pride themselves on attacking prowess, unable to break the deadlock through 45 minutes. That will likely change in the second half. If not, we go to penalty kicks after the 90 minutes played. But before that, 45 more on the board.
And a pair of halftime substitutions for Crown Legacy SC. Entering match number 63, Wyatt Holt, and number 83, Hugo Mbonke.
Sent all the way along by Hugo Mbong off the bench in the second half for Crown Legacy. One of two changes. Wyatt Holt as well into the fray, who got his first of the season last time out. We talked in the pregame show about the attacking prowess that Crown Legacy had available to them off the bench, as they have bolstered the final third here to start proceedings. Big tackle made. Ball one. It's the captain, William Sangokiza, who makes way, as well as Michael Ayovi. Ayovi, the Ecuadorian, getting his first of the season last time out. No chance to get his second in the second half. And Sangokiza was the lone name for Crown Legacy on a booking, so he'll take a spot on the bench. Dennis Nelich at left wing for New York is the lone player for the hosts on a caution. The wind staying persistent here in the second half. Won't discourage the long ball to the far side, though. Maybe the wind did take it a little bit. It's over the head of Magic Smalls. Plenty of space in midfield to let that one run. Modelo, who was given his final warning in that first half, had a couple challenges that were late. Now under some pressure from Richmond, forced to play back. Sanchez, push and go by one. Upended, and referee says, play on. Had the whistle raised. Promising attack now for New York. Square for Yengor. Players tussling in the box. Needs one more pass. Now it's fighting for it, and it comes off him last for a goal kick. Almost picking the pocket of the defender in front of him. Smart movement from Dennis Nelich, just faking to the left and cutting back to the... Just that final pass that's been lacking for New York. We saw Yengor and Mina cutting the ball back a few times on that right wing. That's where they've seen most of their success thus far going forward. Crown Legacy as well on the left side, funnily enough, had their best chances the other way with Magic Smalls and Micah Thomas making the runs in behind. So maybe the key to unlocking this game is unlocking the width of the pitch. Seeing which side can become a multi-pronged attack first. That's a lovely touch. Overlapping run made. Options now for the switch. One of them, Modelo. He's checked in centrally. Acres of space. Cadigan. Coach Vollert wanting the pace to be pushed a little bit. Dominik Volot in his first season in charge with the club. Was in Wales a few months ago, upgrading for his A license. After joining the academy in 2022, was an assistant with the first team en route to their Eastern Conference title. Great ball through for Nelic. First time cross looping towards Mitchell, bounces by him and cleverly headed back to the goalkeeper. Andrew Johnson holding his nerve, and Jaheim Wickham was ready for it. Any natural back pass can be picked up by the goalie as long as it doesn't come off the foot or ankle. However, players that try and intentionally circumvent the rule will get a yellow card and an indirect free kick. Not a call you see often, especially at this level. But as a goalie, being able to communicate with your defenders, and as a defender as well, being able to hold your nerve with pressure not only around you, but to hit that pass, because the slightest miscalculation could be an embarrassing own goal. Back pass rule, more recent than more people realize, was introduced back in 1992. After some play at the 1990 World Cup that fans weren't too fond of. A little bit of trivia for Friday night. You can hear Coach Volot saying to keep the width. He said that a few times in the first half. And for the first 10, 15 minutes or so, New York did struggle with that. But then as they grew into the game, it started to be a more even back and forth affair. Sanchez, Rodriguez, Benedetti, deflected from Mina. And now a chance to clip it forward. Smalls has to take it in stride. Does ever so well. Goes down. Referee says play on. And Richmond was in the box instead. It is a fourth Crown Legacy corner. Everybody up for this one. Looks like Magic Smalls will take the 19-year-old yet to get an assist in his club career. Does have 2 goals to his name and will now take corner number 5. Crown Legacy average about 6 a game. League average sits around 5. Already hit that mark early in the second half. Deeper delivery this time. Plenty of hang time, and it's a looping header from Andrew Johnson that's over the bar. And again, this time it's Hugo Mbong just standing in front of the goalie, preventing the quick restart. It's not the first time Crown Legacy have done that. Just finding a little wiggle room in the rule book, because again, that can be awarded as a yellow card. Saw a scuffle about halfway through the first half. Been a little bit more quiet since then in terms of temper. You can see the physicality still on full display. It looks like this one will be on the ground. Nope, it'll be a throw. Heard the whistle sound and the referee gesture. And now New York bringing the heat. Crown Legacy going to try and go over it. That has been how teams have combated the New York style. So many bodies rushing at you as a defender. Sometimes the easiest way is over it rather than through it. But when Crown Legacy put the ball on the ground, they're able to connect passes quickly and effectively and repeatedly. Winning that middle third has been the struggle point for both sides in this game. And you have a feeling that the first team to take the reins as far as the midfield duel will be the one to open the scoring. This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. The dummy was there from Mendoza, but nobody backing him up. Didn't have a check of his surroundings first. And now Rodriguez had so much space. Closed down quickly. A lot of numbers forward for Crown Legacy, and they win it back. Here's Smalls. Waited to make the pass, and Bong goes down. Penalty kick. The halftime substitute wins the spot kick for the visitors. It's Smalls creating it. Does well to be patient for that ball, and Mbong just gets a touch there. Needed the faintest of touches just to beat Sanchez to the ball. And now, Hugo Mbong with a chance for his 9th of the year to close some ground in the Golden Boot standings. The former Toronto FC homegrown has made a statement so far in his first season with Crown Legacy. And now a chance to make a statement tonight from 12 yards. Tobias Shizivchik in his way. '57th minute. Deep breath and a slow run up for Hugo Mbong. Saved! Still alive. Mbong on the rebound. 1-0. First to react and first to score on the evening. It's 9 on the campaign for Hugo Mbong. It's not a great penalty. It is a great save, but he's first to the rebound. Dennis Yengor couldn't get there. Neither could Tobias Shizivchik. And Mbong immediately rights his wrong, giving the visitors the advantage inside an hour of play. It prompts a second double change for head coach Kevin Sawchak. Andrei Subotic introduced, as well as Ashton Camden. New names in midfield now, either side of Bai Koulibaly.
Crown Legacy goal scored in the 57th minute by number 83, Hugo Mbongo. Liverpool New York 2-0, Crown Legacy FC 1. And additionally, a pair of substitutions for Crown Legacy FC in the
It's the first time that New York have conceded at MSU Soccer Park since May 24th in a 3-1 loss to CT United. Looking for the immediate response. Modelo. Cut back, stopped in front, and then scrambled away. As well as the confirmation of the double change with Daniel Longo and Micah Thomas brought off in place of Subotic and Camden. Mentioned how Crown Legacy were winning that second ball high up the pitch in the first half. That's exactly how the penalty came about. Magic Smalls stuck with it, forced a mistake, and then was patient to play that pass in behind for Hugo Mbong, as Smalls this time commits a foul for a Red Bull free kick. For his younger players, head coach Dominic Vollert told us, quote, "I want our younger players to be allowed to make mistakes. If they aren't allowed to make mistakes, they play with fear, and I want them to be brave." It's about encouraging them to try again and learn from those moments. Chance to be brave off the set piece, as Sebastian Badinger checks into the match. Good delivery to the back post. Headed back down in front. And leading the charge was Subotic. Numbers have stayed up for New York. Mitchell trying to get there, and Wickham bravely to the edge of his box.
Paying attention, please. Substitution for Red Bull New York 2 in the 60th minute. Entering match number 94, Sean Badinger. Sean replaced number 20, Juan Vina.
One back by the hosts. Now having to find their shape a little bit. Mentioned how Coach Vollert wants his side to keep the width, but so often we see the outside backs checking into midfield. There's an excellent interception by Richmond, all alone, and makes it 2-0. His 4th goal in 6 games. Richmond doubles the advantage for Crown Legacy. And it's an under-hit pass in midfield. Does so well to read it. And then a cool finish. Tucked away to the far side. Just opens up the hips and guides it in. Make that 7 on the year for Nathan Richmond. And in the blink of an eye, Crown Legacy up by 2. There's another part of the game we mentioned earlier, the distance between the back line and midfield for New York and how they have to fizz in those passes with speed. And Devin Cadigan doesn't hit the ball with the pace required. Was all on an island. Nobody showing short within 5-10 yards. Didn't step through that ball. And Richmond able to read it and use his breakaway speed to double the advantage for his side on the road. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Nelic couldn't complete the back heel give and go. And as things stand, Crown Legacy atop the Eastern Conference. Rodriguez with a clever nutmeg and an excellent ball through. Sneaks under the foot of Roald Mitchell. If this result holds, Crown Legacy will move to 40 points. First team in the East to break that mark. Austin FC 2 atop the West with 43. Dynamo Dos with 40 as well in a game in hand. But as for the Eastern Conference picture, it's too close for comfort to decide the playoff picture as of now, as Aymar Modelo Spoke about his warnings earlier. He is out of them and gets his yellow card. As things stand, just 3 points separate New York in 6th, with New England in 3rd, and then a further 3 points separate NYCFC2 in 8th, with Huntsville in 13th. It is wide open in the Eastern Conference. Decision day only a few weeks away. September 20th is the date to keep in mind. That's when every team in the East and every team in the West plays at the same time. The top 8 move on to the playoffs. The tiebreaker is wins. Textbook sliding challenge by Rodriguez. Yengor immediately intercepted. And like last week against CT United for New York, it is just the quick mental lapses, a half second where they aren't switched on, that sees them punished. But head coach Dominic Voller told us that is the nature of this level. One poor pass from Devin Cadigan, one half step late, maybe even less than that for Aymar Sanchez, and it's 2-0. This is a quality Red Bull side that can rally late. 24 minutes to go. Plenty of time for more goals. Subotic intercepting. Wickham resetting. Koulibaly spots the switch. Keeps it himself for a moment. And then in the way, Subotic and New York are ready to pounce. Well done by Magic Smalls, who has covered an awful lot of ground today. A few weeks shy of his 20th birthday. Making a strong case for a contract at the next level in his final year with the academy. Sanchez. Modelo. Clever move to draw the pressure from Richmond. Cross pinballed for a moment. Bong now. Koulibaly. Really good poise from Crown Legacy there to play out from the pressure. Usually playing through the middle in your own defensive third is a cardinal sin of soccer, but when you have the composure like that and the communication, the talent level from these players to keep possession and keep their patience about them, anything is possible. New York doing a good job of winning it wide in the channels. Can they turn that into goals? Cadigan. Lodogno. Coach Voller yet to go to his bench. Coach Sonchek with one more substitute available to him. Cadigan again. Better ball this time. Nelic going himself. Shot comes in and Wickham holds. Looked like Benny Rodriguez, who was having a go. Signed his contract after an incredible run of games. Benny Rodriguez came into the fold as a starter early last month and hasn't looked back. Now Smalls looking ahead for Crown Legacy. Ready to tack on another. Going himself. Still going. Lovely solo run. And didn't get the finish it deserved. How many defenders did he take on there? 1, 2, 3, 4 around him, a fifth there. Closing him down. Try to go low to the near post. Not a bad idea. And another poor touch in midfield. And another Crown Legacy counter. Smalls leading it again. Is this a third? It is! Mendoza on the score sheet now. And the visitors running riot in the second half. It starts from another poor touch in midfield. Crown Legacy keeping numbers forward. A tidy finish from Adrian Mendoza for his first of the season. Crown Legacy atop the East, firing on all cylinders. Three goals in 13 minutes. MSU Soccer Park stunned into silence.
Crown Legacy goal scored in the 70th minute by number 89, Adrian Mendoza. Rebel New York.
It prompts a change, the first of the night for Coach Voller, bringing off Aymar Modelo. And Joshua Munson instead checks in at left back.
And then substitution for Red Bull New York 2 in the 71st minute. Entering the match, number 49, Josh Munson. Josh replaces number 52, Aymar Modelo.
Josh Munson, 17-year-old, making his 7th appearance of the season. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. And so now, from those two goals happening at midfield, you're seeing a change for New York. Cadigan, again, poor touch. Richmond trying to beat him for speed, goes over. No penalty this time. It'll be brought back as Crown Legacy regained possession with Nathan Richmond still down. And that change in midfield, to circle back to an earlier point, Devin Cadigan was the lone pivot for New York. Poor touch that led to the second and even the third goal. And so now a second player has dropped in with him. Again, that's usually the role of Nate Worth, who has been on the doorstep of breaking into the first team, was on the bench earlier this week in Major League Soccer. Often wears the captain's armband when he plays for Red Bull New York 2. Coach Voller told us that he's really proud of Nate Worth's development this year. Someone who keeps the guys accountable, he said, always shows up with the right energy. They need that kind of energy now to get back in this game, because the scoreline does not reflect the effort they had in the first half. Sure, the second has been dominated by Crown Legacy in terms of those quick counters. Here's another look at Richmond going down. There was some contact there. The defender marking him went down first, and then he tried to get that step over in separation. and is walking off on his own power, which is a great sight to see. When Sango Kiza was bitten by the injury bug earlier this year, the captain returning to play today for the first time since March for Crown Legacy. But again, that midfield double pivot will likely change things now for New York in terms of how they want to build, how they want to go forward, the pace at which they go forward. The little intricacies of the game, that's what makes this level and this sport so exciting. Because when you have a team like Red Bull, like Crown Legacy, you have a defined way of play, a clear identity that is known across the country. When they change it up, that's when things get interesting. A triple change for New York. Paul Sokolov, the third and final player to enter, the Brooklyn native. Can get forward quickly. It's a very attacking change from Coach Voller. Some late contact there, and it denies the break. Sekou Kone, another substitute, was ready to go the other direction. Again, New York winning these throw-ins high up the pitch on both sides. And the referee has seen some pushing and shoving. We get a confirmation of the triple change now. Christian Gallagher has come in. He got an assist last time out. Cadigan replaced. Yengar heading it on. Scrambled away by Neely. Sekou Kone in midfield. Newen Benedetti, the final change for Paul Sokolov. Roald Mitchell now with 16 goals in 24 appearances as he's the final change brought off. And Mbong has fresh legs, and Mbong has a cohort of players with him. Splits all of them with one pass. Romero was there. Settled now by Neely. Counter wasn't on. Maybe a different look in the final third now if New York want to go with two strikers in terms of how they're pressing off the ball. Skips through. Well done by Josh Munson, shielded out of play. Yangor. Pretty obvious jersey pull there from Adrian Mendoza. He won't complain. Forward on the far side. Numbers waiting in the area. Sokolov. First touch got stuck. Still alive. Challenge came in. It was an excellent one as well from Magic Smalls. What a game he's had. Won't get the credit for assisting the first goal. Went to a penalty kick, but did assist the third. Yengar. New York working it forward and deflected wide for a corner kick. Crown Legacy don't think so. Sounded like it took a touch. 80th minute, and now the New York faithful giving some encouragement. Corner taken quickly, fired toward goal, parried wide by Wickham. Lovely flight on this one. First header won by Crown Legacy, second still bouncing around. Might fall kindly for the shot. Moved along one more time and deflected in front. Andrew Johnson fired up after making the play. Taken short again. Sokolov, first time ball. Wickham out to claim, spilled it and headed in. No, referee says no. Calls a foul on the goalkeeper, and the goal is waved off.
You said 71, Crown Legacy?
Sokolov sent that all the way into the air. Wickham saw it and went down after challenging with Josh Munson. It was Aymar Sanchez, the center back. It would have been his first for the club. And that is a replay I'm sure New York will be watching back this week. But the goal is chalked off. Still, though, it can be a confidence booster for the side, getting the ball in the back of the net, even if it didn't count. Maybe it's the momentum boost they need. Koulibaly. Crown Legacy still getting plenty of numbers forward. Not content to sit back and protect their lead. This is great ball movement. Smalls with a heavy first touch and a big sliding challenge as well. Had to be careful lunging in like that. Otherwise been a very productive night from him, not only with the assist, but the work he's done off the ball and in the final third. Rather the defensive third. Final third work has been evident. Played quickly and overhit. Koulibaly getting the encouragement. Rather Sekou Kone was the one playing it forward. Like Koulibaly, a Mali native. Sekou Kone, product rather of the Yellen Olympic Academy, which has produced a number of starters for the Mali national team over the years. Appeals for the foul. Player still down for Crown Legacy. Instead, play goes the other way. One-on-one from a difficult angle. And now appeals for New York, and the referee going to wave this one off again. Of the 3 or so penalty shouts they've had tonight, that one probably the weakest case for Red Bull. Didn't look like there was anything on for Christian Gallagher, and he certainly wasn't protesting the no call. Smalls dispossessed. Numbers forward in white and red. Can they find one back? Scrambled away by Johnson for now. And again, New York starting to win the opportunities in the channels. That's a poor pass. It might open up here. Extra pass made. And that was the time to be selfish. There wasn't an option at the back post. Rodriguez steps in front. Pass goes awry. Smalls now with space to counter. This game has gone from 0 to 100 in this second half. Good ball movement once again. Needs one more touch. Sent wide for a corner kick. Excellent challenge by the teenager Munson. Trivella ball to Rodriguez. Benny Rodriguez bearing down on goal on his right for Sokolov. Still alive, Kone. Slide rule pass and no more room. Shove of frustration there as well. Andrew Johnson paying it no mind. Johnson, the second round super draft selection this year from Cornell. Helped the Big Reds back line to a top 10 national ranking. First team all Ivy League last year. 69 appearances, just shy of 6,000 collegiate minutes. After coming up through the Philadelphia Union Academy. Powerful header on. Nobody there. Wickham will take as much time as he can. Only has the 8 seconds once the referee deems he has control. 88th minute. Crown Legacy set to continue their dominance. It will be a third consecutive defeat for Red Bull New York. The first time this has happened this year. Shot comes in, Wickham makes a good save. The rebound tucked home by Nelich, but he's offside. A second goal ruled out tonight for New York. Last time Red Bull New York 2 lost 3 in a row. You have to go all the way back to May of 2024. It turned to be a 5-game skid. The 2025 MLS Next Pro Cup champions. Rotating a lot of new names in tonight from the past few weeks. And we're well and truly in this match for most of it. It is 2 poor passes and a penalty kick that separates them. Fine margins But Crown Legacy, to their credit, making the most of their chances in the second half. Stood up centrally, headed away by Neely. Chance for Mbong to break by himself if he can win it. Sanchez does well to dispossess him. Nelic. Well read. Thumped away. 4 minutes added on to the end of this match. It could have been 3-2. It is 3-0. So unless New York can find 3 goals in 4 minutes, it'll be Crown Legacy, the first team in the East to reach 40 points on the season. Just 5 points shy of their best ever total. Back in 2024, when Coach Kevin Sawchak was an interim head coach and guided the side to the Eastern Conference semifinals. That was a crunching challenge on Magic Smalls. We'll take another look at it. A couple different players taking a bite at it. Gene Wickham facetiously went to go kick that one. Just taking a little bit more time off the clock. Way up from Munson. And it back down and out for a New York throw. For Red Bulls 2, it will be a rivalry renewed to start August. They host New England here at MSU Soccer Park on the 2nd at 7 o'clock Eastern. Crown Legacy will continue their road trip, this time against Huntsville on August 1st at 8 o'clock. And of course, a full slate of matches tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, all available for free at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Wickham will get his second clean sheet. If the back line can hold for the Queen City in the final 90 seconds. Smalls fights the contact, breaks out the sombrero flick. You gotta be kidding me. Look at the confidence. What a move. Magic Smalls with a bit of magic in his boots. Confidence to try that with 3 defenders around him. Love to see it. Rodriguez. Into the area, not dealt with. Maybe a chance to spoil the party late for New York. Still alive for Sokolov. Deflected wide for a corner kick. Likely the last chance of the evening. Sent in and sent through. Hooked back in front. Loop to the corner of the box. Yengar kept it alive. One more ball in and another corner kick. Offside flag will go up. Crown Legacy want the final whistle, and there it is. The Queen City reigns supreme atop the Eastern Conference in MLS Next Pro. 3 goals, a clean sheet, and all 3 points on the road for head coach Kevin Sonchak and company. 3-0 the final over Red Bull New York 2. Hard to choose just one man of the match for the visitors, but the award will go to the man getting his 7th goal of the campaign with 8 assists to boot. Tonight's man of the match presented by Adidas, awarded to Nathan Richmond. It was his speed and his game IQ to intercept that pass and bear down on goal all in his lonesome to make it 2-0 Crown Legacy in the 62nd minute before they would tack on a third and wrap up the road dub at MSU Soccer Park. Dominant performance from Crown Legacy FC. But that will do it for tonight. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Philip Galati. Once again, our final score, 3-0 Crown Legacy over Red Bull New York 2. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com. N1 Football. Have a great rest of your Friday night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.